I'm in the truck right back, whole team winning.
Proud of each and every one of you. Couple game balls, okay? First person, okay? She gives us everything we need, okay? Everything that we need. She lets John and I do our job. Joined us in the off season. Okay, better teammate and better person than he is a player, and we know what kind of player he is. Went over 100 sacks for his career. Can't wait. I'm not hugging the next guy. He has done everything for this organization, and he deserves game ball for calling a great game. Arthur Smith.
Now on Tuesdays, we welcome you to the Mike Vrabel Show. With the head coach, I'm Mike Keith. Titans go to Cleveland and claim a 30-point victory. And Coach, you've had it in your rearview mirror for about 48 hours now. Final thoughts coming off of that victory over the Browns.
Great team win. I think you can see the excitement in the locker room. I think the guys put a lot into that game, which is what we'll do every week. We'll prepare, we'll play as hard as we can, and we'll hopefully come out on top and fix the things that we don't do well moving forward. But I was proud of our guys. I meant that. I coach them just like they're Tyler or Carter, and Tyler's playing college football, and I coach them and treat them just like they're one of mine. Some of them are almost as old as me, but I'm proud of their composure. I'm proud of the way that they handled the environment. They embraced it. They knew it was going to be a heck of a challenge, and it was a good way to start the season.
Titans found a way to go get it. We take a look at Mike Vrabel's six-pack, 6 of the plays that made a difference in this game. We begin with offense. Titans trailing in this ball game 6-0, and Marcus Mariota goes deep to the rookie second-round pick from Ole Miss. It's A.J. Brown.
Yeah, it was a huge drive for us. They had just kind of scored. They missed the extra point. We came back. You know, the safety kind of bit, and we were going to go underneath, but if the safety kind of drove down, we were going to throw it, over the top, and A.J. got leverage on Denzel Ward, and you can see him run after the catch. He's strong. It's tough to bring down.
Denzel Ward, a Pro Bowler, but A.J. Brown battling him, and the Titans doing a good job getting the ball to the rookie. They get a field goal to sort of stem the tide early in the ball game. And then the game really turns with the Titans ahead 10-6, and 2 plays that really go together from special teams and defense. Let's start with Brett Kern and what he did.
Absolutely. We think the best punter in the league. This is a 70-yard punt, goes down, gets downed inside the 5-yard line. Chris Milton there, a guy we added there after the cut down day, but a special teams guy that we thought could help us. Getting down there, protecting the goal line. Brett gives them a really great punt to field. They jump off sides. Sometimes we're used to teams using the hard count down there. They jump off sides, which puts them on the 3, and then we'll see kind of what happens here next.
Yeah, then it's Cameron Wake around the corner, and oh no for Baker Mayfield as he comes and gets him for a safety for the 100th sack of his career.
That's pretty good. 100 sacks is pretty good. The thing that goes unnoticed on this play is Amani Hooker. Amani Hooker drives underneath the comeback. His man blocked. He drives underneath the comeback at our sideline. I'm watching it. I look at Baker. He stares at Amani. He brings the ball back down, and then Wake's there. So we have to make a point to remind some guys, hey, you weren't the only one that made that play. And the old man, the old vet, went over there and told the young rook, nice job, man. Thanks for letting me get a sack.
Back to offense. Titans up now just 15-13, 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Everybody's going crazy at First Energy Stadium until this.
Well-executed play, something that we worked on Friday. We got it cleaned up on Saturday. I thought the timing was perfect by Arthur. The execution by the offense was great, starting with Saffold. He's able to block that guy at the line of scrimmage or 1 yard downfield, regardless of whether the ball is in the air or not. You saw extra efforts from Michael Pruitt down there not making a penalty. Corey Davis all the way down there. blocking their guys, and to score 75-yard touchdowns in this league with a pass behind the line of scrimmage, everybody else has got to be doing their job as well, and then the big fella still being able to roll.
And when he gets trucking,
look out.
I mean, he's 25 yards into that, and he's at top speed. Derrick Henry's flying.
21 miles an hour, 250 pounds. So, that's our goal each and every week is we got to get him into the second level. We have to finish longer than the guy with the ball. And I've told him, Derrick Henry has proven to go 99 yards with the football. So we can't assume that he's going to get tackled. Don't direct traffic. Don't look back for the ball. Just block your guy longer than that guy that has the ball.
All right, let's go to the fourth quarter, and now it's a lot about defense and a lot about the secondary, starting with the mayor of Murfreesboro, Kevin Byard.
Well, KB makes a great pick. We played some zone coverage. We thought that Baker would throw, he's a gunslinger. He's going to try to throw it into tight spots. You can see here that's a great catch, catches the back tip, steps in front of a pass there, reads the eyes of the quarterback. We got to get him, working on his open field, running a little bit, but first thing we worry about is making sure we have the ball, and we did after that play.
Titans drive 35 yards for a touchdown to go up 16. Next up, it's Logan Ryan's turn. Looking for an interception as a Titan. He finally has one.
Well, he does. He gets out of there again in zone coverage, but he matches his guy, gets his head around. Once you're in phase, you can get your head around and look for the ball, but if you're not in phase, looking back to the quarterback will cost you. You can see there that Logan gets in phase. He can touch his guy with it, touch his guy's hip, and then now he turns around. He makes a great catch, and it was a huge play for us.
Titans drive 34 yards for a score to go up 36-13, and then it's only fitting the defense scores itself with Malcolm Butler.
Well, again, playing the eyes of the quarterback, vision, break. He catches a tip ball. We have to catch the ones that are tipped. We missed one to start the game. Usually, not all the time, usually those come back to haunt you, but we were able to battle through that situation.
Malcolm Butler with a 38-yard interception return for a touchdown. The final score ends up being 43-13. The Tennessee Titans are able to knock off the homestanding Cleveland Browns. Complimentary football as the Titans get it from offense, defense, and special teams in moving to 1-0. When we come back, it's time to Ask Vrabel, and the questions are all good. Stay with us on the Mike Vrabel Show. Glad to have you with us on Tuesday nights for the Mike Vrabel Show, and it's time to Ask Vrabel. These questions are pretty easy. When you win by 30, it's not hard. And we start with, was there any doubt that Delanie Walker was back? 5 catches, 55 yards, 2 scores. It's kind of a rhetorical question, maybe.
Well, I think that it's an important one because it was a long recovery. This was a very serious injury that he had last year, and he put a lot of time into rehab and to getting back and making sure that he was in tune with what the quarterbacks were doing in the offense, and it's a fine line getting him ready and how much does he need, how much preseason, practice, trying to manage him, and it was really great to see a guy that's done it throughout his career continue to do it in big situations.
Such a threat for this team all the time, but especially on third down and in the red zone.
Well, those are critical situations for us that we can continue to move the chains, and then like you said, when we throw it to him down there in the red zone, those were great plays set up well. I thought they were really well run, execution, obviously, and then, Delanie to be able to finish it off.
How did the defense get so much pressure on Baker Mayfield?
Well, these are things that go into the week, the process, the planning. Where do we want to blitz from? What looks do we want? Is this a man game? Is this a zone game? There were great execution by the players. I thought that, we ran some games, we ran some secondary blitzes. We were able to get some pressure, and there was a few times that we missed them. There was a few times we had some pressure, we had a good rush, and they were able to get out the backside of the pocket, and he scrambled to throw at times and hit us on 1 3rd and long. So we knew it was going to be a challenge, coming in, and that he was going to move around the pocket, stay active. But there were some good instances where guys wrapped him up and tackled him. I thought Logan did a nice job. Obviously, Cam was back there. Byard come in, and Landry and Jarrell and all those guys harassing him all day.
5 total sacks in the ball game of Baker Mayfield for the Tennessee Titans. Time now for the Bridgestone Clutch Performance Play of the Game. It's actually the first play of quarter number 3, and the Titans get a big play out of the rookie, A.J. Brown.
Well, you know, we talked about it at halftime. Hey, we've been running the football. Let's start off here with a play pass. You can see the safety plays back, and so we're able to hit that thing in front of him. A.J. breaks a couple tackles. There's one of them with a great stiff arm. Corey Davis doing a great job not getting a penalty on the blindside block. Jonnu there, unfortunately, directing a little bit of traffic instead of just finishing. A.J. knows where the end zone is, but that was well set up by the run game in the first half to be able to throw that play pass right there, and then again let a really, really good athlete do the rest, and guys finishing, and again pointed out Corey Davis there for his effort down the field to be able to block, you know, without fouling.
A.J. Brown, the Bridgestone Clutch Performance Play of the Game, 3 catches for 100 yards. Delta Dental's Guess the Titans is a new part of the Mike Vrabel Show, and I like this feature because we're going to test the head coach about his players with pictures of them as much younger men. Now, don't guess yet, Coach, but let's take a look at the photo. And
I can't wait.
Wow. Can you guess which Titan this is?
Yes.
Okay, he says yes. Don't guess yet. We need to go to break, and when we come back, we'll find out who this is, and also our GEICO Gladiator of the Game, Derrick Henry. Amy Wells standing by with that. Stay with us. Can you guess which Titan it is? Brought to you by Delta Dental. Coach Mike Vrabel thinks he knows. We're going to keep his percentage all year long. We're going to track you. Who is that Titan?
I would say that one, I like the Tommy Hilfiger tank tops. I would say that would be the mayor of Murfreesboro, Kevin Byard.
Kevin Byard it is. You're 1 for 1. Nice start to the year for the head coach. All right. That's a good feature. I like that a lot. You know what else is a good feature? Anything about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, 20 touches on Sunday, 159 yards, 19 carries for 84 yards rushing and a touchdown, 1 catch, 75 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry picked up where he left off at the end of last year.
Yeah, efficient. You know, very efficient day. We ran hard. You know, we knew that it was going to be tough sledding early on, but you could see late in the game, that run game, you know, really come to life late in the game when it was most critical, you know, to milk out the clock and to be able to run the football. And he did a great job, the O-line, everybody, the receivers. And then, you know, the screenplay to be able to catch that ball out there was, you know, probably lost sight of it. And then Dennis ducked, and all of a sudden the ball was there, and then he got started. So, you know, the goal line run was nice. You know, we got down inside the 10, had 2 runs back to back there and plowed it in. So, you know, picked up where he left off. You know, it looked like the conditioning was okay. You know, we'll see where that is going forward this week and see kind of how that goes.
That guy really prepares in the offseason.
He you know, he could be an off-season award winner every year. You know, he trains very hard. He's a leader in the weight room and conditioning. And you know, there was some, you know, I guess, concern. He'd been out for a few weeks. He hadn't played in the preseason, and you know, I thought he battled through contact. I thought he ran hard. I thought he took care of the football. So, you know, there's a lot of good things there to build on.
A lot of good things from Derrick Henry, and a good thing for us is the GEICO Gladiator of the Game is back. It's also good that Amy Wells is back to talk to the Titans this year. Her conversation this show is with Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, you've attributed some of your success to chemistry, and not only on the entire offense, but with you and the offensive line. How excited are you to have that foundation built and then just build upon it in 2019?
Very excited. You know, it's just whenever that chemistry gets rolling and we have momentum, you know, I feel like nobody can stop us and we can all play at a high level. You know, but it starts, you know, throughout the week and how we practice and how we compete, you know, and paying attention to the details and the small things, and then going out there and executing on Sundays. Let's
talk about some of your preparation for the 2019 season. During the offseason, what was your biggest point of emphasis in your training?
Pass catching and pass protecting. I think those are my big focal points, me being a complete back, and, you know, those are things I need to get better at. So there's a big focus on that day after day, you know, just so I'm ready, you know, and prepared when the time comes.
Is there one aspect of your game that you feel like you're better this season than you've ever been before in your career?
No, not really. I really just want to elevate each year and just get better and better, you know, things I need to get better at as far as my game. You know, each year you get more experience, so I feel like you should play better. So I definitely want to elevate my game year after year, you know, and just make plays and help this team win it all.
Before we go, I have to ask you about one more thing. In May, you had your high school jersey retired. And I mean, you're only 25 years old. There aren't too many guys who are that young who have their high school jersey retired. What was that experience like for you?
Very cool, man, and very humbling. I was honored, you know, for them to retire my jersey. You know, that was the whole plan, just to go out there and make an impact, you know, in my hometown, my high school, just so kids after me can have an opportunity like I had. And I could open doors for kids, and I was just so proud to have that moment and cherish that with my hometown.
Two terms to describe Steve McNair and Eddie George: courageous and great teammates. Those two attributes were never more evident than September 24th, 2000, in the Titans' final game at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. Eddie George had led the Titans to a lead over the Steelers, only to see Pittsburgh score late to retake the advantage. On the Titans' final drive, quarterback Neil O'Donnell is knocked out, and George has to usher his fallen teammate to the sidelines. McNair is only 2 weeks removed from a sternum injury that forced him to be hospitalized and out of practice for the entire period. Yet number 9 throws one warm-up pass, comes into the game, completes all 3 of his aerials, and even makes a key run. Pittsburgh is stunned as Steve McNair leads Tennessee to one of the most remarkable comebacks in franchise history. George gave his teammates a chance. McNair pulled the guys through. The pride and passion of Steve and Eddie on display in a single moment, September 24th, 2000. I want to ask you, even though it's a few days away, what are you most looking forward to about Sunday?
I'm excited about the fans and to share this moment with my wife and my sons. Now that they're both old enough to understand, you know, my history, and my youngest never saw me play a down of football, but he's well aware of who I am and what I've accomplished, and just feeling the energy of our fans. I'm really looking forward to that moment.
Mike Vrabel's college teammate at Ohio State, Eddie George, will have the number 27 retired Sunday. Number 9 of Steve McNair will also be retired Sunday, and it adds to the pageantry and drama of a home opener against an AFC South rival. You love this game. You respect the history of this game so much. To have this moment be part of an important day for the current football team, it's really going to be special for the fans. They're going to get everything on Sunday at Nissan Stadium.
You know, they will. You know, they're going to honor 2 Warriors that competed for this franchise and did amazing things for this franchise. One will be there with us. Unfortunately, another one won't. But we can only try to honor those two great players by playing as hard and as physical and as courageous as you mentioned about those 2 guys. And, you know, it'd be a great day for our fans. It'd be a great day for our organization, and another huge opportunity for our football team.
And remember, if you want to be there, go to titansonline.com/tickets. Single game tickets are available for Sunday against the Colts. We want to pack Nissan Stadium to honor these current Titans and those 2 guys and what they have meant to the organization, Eddie George and Steve McNair. Time for Mike Vrabel's keys to the game, as Indianapolis is the opponent. And we start off with taking care of the football.
Yeah.
Ball security, ball disruption.
Yeah, we're going to have to be able to take care of it. These guys historically have hammered the football out. They punch it out, and they, you know, play in cover 2. When they play some zone, they got a lot of eyes on the quarterback. So it's going to be important, critical that we take care of the football. But we also do what we did on Sunday, and that's get 3 turnovers. You know, they had 2. They were +2 against the Chargers. You know, we were +3. So that's going to be a huge key for this week's game.
Complementary football in all 3 phases.
Yeah, we're going to have to be able to feed off of each other. And if the offense has got the momentum, we have to do everything defensively and on special teams to keep that momentum. If we don't, like on Sunday, the offense came back and I thought provided a little bit of momentum and a little bit of breathing room for our defense. And then what we did with special teams with the punt and then the safety, those are going to have to continue for us.
15 seconds finally. Field position through the return game.
Yeah, I want to get that going a little bit. That was a strength for us last year. Didn't get off to the best start. They gave up a 43-yard return last week. So, hopefully we can get that figured out and try to get DJ going and Humph going.
The goal is to get to 2-0. Nissan Stadium this Sunday noon. Titans against the Colts. For Mike Vrabel, I'm Mike Keith. Thanks for joining us.